Hello and welcome back to another video. This time we're outside the stadium light as I normally am, like me and GILESY used to be. Obviously me and GILESY still on his jollies. Or is he? Is he?
Is
he?
he?
Oh, he's here! He's here! We're reunited.
Finally,
little and large back together.
Stephen's been running the show while I've been away, and Stephen, you can crack this video off straight away.
Hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, it'd be greatly appreciated. But yes, I said yesterday we'd be back with a new video, the day me and him. And the main reason is because we knew it was coming, we knew it was happening.
Yep.
Daniel Ballard, full-year deal signed from Arsenal, 22-year-old centre-back, Northern Ireland international. I'm very, very happy with our first official transfer, if you will, across that line. Paul, what do you reckon?
I'm over the moon with that. Not only that, only yesterday, it got announced that Bailey Wright signed a new deal, and then we've got Bart in there. It's looking like Callum Doyle's definitely not going to be coming back to Sunderland. Lee Johnson burnt him into the ground a little bit, and then Alex Neil, give him a rest, and then he never got really back into the team, did he? And I feel as if now, especially with Ballard coming into the team, that we're not going to see Callum Doyle again in a Sunderland shirt.
Well, I do believe, and I think everyone will agree, we do need another centre-half to come in. You're supposed to have four. And some of you will have seen we've been linked with Charlie Creswell from Leeds United. He's got a bit Premier League experience. He's only 19, so he's young. He's a bit like a Callum Doyle, if you will. Just obviously he's a Leeds United and not Man City. But we've been linked with him with a loan deal. So Leeds obviously don't want to sell him because they think he's going to be good. A bit like Man City not wanting to sell Doyle last season. So we've got Bart and Wright already. Wright was a bit umming because he was out of contract, but we've got that nailed down, just like we did with Roberts and Gooch. And now we've signed Daniel Ballard. I've been looking up, I've read up a bit about him because I've never really heard of him, as you'd imagine. So I've been doing a look up, and he was at Blackpool.
When Elliot Embleton
was there. So he knows that Embo probably had a bit of an influence in goal from, I suppose. He was influential in the Blackpool team that won the playoffs and got promoted. Last season, he was one of the best defenders in the league, in the Championship for Millwall. So that's a good sign. Now he's come to us. He was supposed to be going to Burnley, but the deals fell through. And he come up here yesterday. He said when he got interviewed, he said he's delighted to come here. The size of the club and everything speaks volumes. He's come up, he's had a look around. And then within 24 hours, essentially, medical, had a look around, signed a 4-year deal. Welcome to Sunderland, mate.
I'm absolutely out of the moon with that. Do you know another good thing though, Stephen? It's we're getting a little bit depth in the centre-half position. We need it really because Alex Neil tends to play free at the back. Yeah. And that is going to be ideal with Bart. You know, it depends really. It depends. It depends if he goes 3 at the back or just 2. But we've got a little bit.
Well, you've got the options now as well.
Yeah, we have. That's
you've got the options. We still
options.
need to bring it. Obviously, there's still more prisoners. Alex Neil said the other day, he didn't exactly come out and say it, but for those of you who read between the lines, he pretty much said that it's going to be a busy transfer window for us, which is good. And if, like I say, I know he doesn't like him, but I like Speakman. I think Speakman knows what he's doing when it comes to transfers. Well, and with Alex Neil working alongside him as well, having an input, then them two, I think they're going to bring in some good players. I'm over the moon with Daniel Ballard. Few of the others we've been linked to, some I'm not too keen on.
Wait a minute, just before you keep going on. Do you know that Alex Neil has got more of a say in the transfers this season than what Lee Johnson did in the first?
Yes.
Like in League One. That's what I mean. So it's not all Speakman.
No.
It's
Speakman.
Speakman, I'll give him his due. Listen, I'll wipe the clear slime with him. I'll wipe the clear. Oh, fuck off!
he thinks he's still in Turkey.
I know, I'm fucking
Turkey. Man, sort yourself out. You're not around the pool now, man.
Right. I'm wiping the slate clean with Speakman. I didn't mean it. Like there was a lot he got wrong, and hopefully this season, clean slate and all that, he doesn't get out wrong this season. But Alex Neil's got a lot more say, I think. I
think the way it works is Speakman's been brought in because of his talent for spotting talent to bring in and things like that. Like he's got past record before Sunderland of working with like the Jude Bellingham and things like that. And I think what he does is, I think he basically, as I look around it, he's like, he's got his scouts going all over the gaff. And I think he comes up with a list and he brings in players, but then he says, right, here's what I've got. And then Alex Neil goes down it and has a look at them, and then he has to say, or he wants to say who he doesn't. Because he's not going to bring someone in if the manager doesn't want to work with them. It's as simple as that.
And do you know what? There's been a lot of talk about panic sort of on Twitter that Ross Stewart hasn't signed a new deal. I've got no doubt that he will sign a new deal. It's they tried to get it sorted before. Well, hopefully before we play Rangers. So then if Rangers...
I don't think it's going to make a difference if it's before we play Rangers.
I hope it is, though, just in case Rangers see how good he is and how...
I mean, he already got...
You know, well, they'll know him anyway.
Stuart already got an automatic pay rise when we got promoted. That was already in his terms and conditions of his contract. So he's been given a pay rise. But now with Championship clubs sniffing around and obviously Rangers sniffing around, now Sunderland are looking at offering him a bumper deal, making him probably one of our highest earners, I'd imagine. Now McGeady's gone, he could actually be one of our highest earners. To basically tie him down to the club, which is what you want. Oh, definitely. It's what you want. That would be ideal. I mean, we'll still need to bring in other strikers.
Broadhead as well.
Broadhead. Where Everton is saying that they're not going to. Lampard wants to. Oh, my shoulder's gone. Lampard wants to. See everyone in pre-season before he allows who he's going out on loan. Stuart got offered a new deal. We're looking at offer Stuart a new deal to make him probably the highest earners, one of the highest earners at the club, to tie him down. Obviously, we've got interest from Rangers. That's the main threat. He's a Scottish lad. Rangers' biggest club in Scotland. You know, there's a chance that he could go, but I think he's got more chance of proving himself in the Championship and getting. Maybe, I mean, I'm not going to get too carried away. Obviously, we're all dreaming that, we're going to push on for bloody top 6. No, we just want to have a good, strong season. If we get up there, fucking mint. There'll be no one happier than what me and him are now. But I'm not going to stand there now and say, we're going to win the league. It's going to be a doddle. No. But we're going to need our best players. And what we haven't done for a while, which we have done this season, is we've tied down our 3 of our strongest players off last season. Roberts, Gooch towards the end, not the full season, and Bailey Wright. We've tied them down with new deals because they were out of contract. They could have left us, but they wanted to stay because of the love of the club, the loyalty, and obviously the love of the fans. So that's all good. And now we've got the people tied down and the extension deal with Patterson. And now we can start bringing in the air. I'm glad you've been here to run this channel while I've been gone, really, because I couldn't have done it. You stepped up, done well. I could have done a few more. I was going to do a video on Saturday when I found out about Roberts. However, it was Armed Forces weekend and I was absolutely mullered down the seafront at Armed Forces Day. Quickly, because he's trying to avoid this, right? And I'm not going to let it slide. The competition, what we're doing, he got it wrong. Yeah. And he keeps avoiding making this video of him. I'm not avoiding it. Someone went to Turkey. What do you want us to do? Sunday. That's Sunday? Sunday. There you go. Hold on, what's the weather going to be like on Sunday? No, it's sunny actually, I looked. Sunday. I'd rather it was raining so there'd be no one down there. We're gone early or late? I don't do early. Well, late then? What are you about to do, Kaz? Sunday. You've done worse things in front of people than jumping in the water, but he's going to be jumping in the sea in the freezing cold in his Sunderland boxer shorts. It's 3-piece. It's not 3-piece, it's a Sunderland boxer short. 3-piece, what do you think I am? Bloody hell. But he's got to be jumping in. I'm going to do like a little vlog of it, something as well, see how it goes, and he's going to dig it. And we're going to do this competition for the next season, and we'll have we'll have a tally board. Yes. I might get years involved as well if you want to get involved, like leading up to the Coventry game. If you leave a comment down, I'll put you on a scoreboard as well, and we'll have like a scoreboard up. We'll have a little whiteboard behind us on a little stand. I like a whiteboard. And we'll dig a tally and we'll obviously do the points, and whoever gets, whether be a prize or something at the end of the season, whoever wins, something like that. Also, something that's going to be coming up over the next couple of weeks, we don't know the exact date yet, but just to let you know, put it in your diary, well, not in your diaries because I've just said we haven't got a date. But Veterans in Crisis, Sunderland, I don't know if most of you have heard of them, I'm part of them. They've been good to me since I've left the army and things like that. Well, they do live podcasts. And he's asked me and Paul if we'll go on and do a live podcast and we'll talk about all things Sunderland and all things veterans, our time in the army and things like that. And do you want to mention the YouTube channel? You'll be able to, it's just Veterans in Crisis Sunderland. Right. But obviously we'll put it on our channel and let you know when it's going to be, so you can come up. And it's also a chance of you can ring up or put your number on and we'll ring you live on the podcast, have a big crack on me, and a bit different to just the chats and things like that. That'll be class, that actually. Because some of these will stitch us right up. Of course they will. Of course they will, I'd expect it. Especially not seeing a ghost. Exactly, not seeing a ghost. I haven't had no abuse off them for ages, I'm missing it. No, right, well we'll do that then, and we're going to get on their channel. I'm sure it's on YouTube. It goes live on there and all. It's like a video podcast, but it's going to be live, but it's also you can ring in and all that. Aye. But also, Paul, while you've been away, we've been linked with several players. As you know, Sunderland get linked with every man and the dog, every transfer window. Tried to go through a couple of. Apparently, I said there was some foreign goalkeeper. I can't remember his name. He liked and followed Sunderland on Instagram and Twitter yesterday. And Kirill. He liked and followed Sunderland and Kirill, and he followed them back on the club. Friesel or something he's called, some German goalkeeper. I know, mate. I've never looked at anything regarding Sunderland while I've been away. So there's Charlie Creswell on loan. Dan Iverson, the Leicester goalkeeper, where that's still a bit on. There's quite a few teams after him. There's one that he's been a name around football for over a decade. Now, some people might be thinking, oh yeah, bring him in, and other people will be like, didn't bother. Ravel Morrison, or Ravel Morrison, however you want to pronounce it. Yes, when he burst onto the scene as a kid, when he burst onto the scene as a teenager at Man U, yes, he looked mint. He had the world at his feet. He was fast. He was skillful, and then he's just threw his entire career away. We know that he's still got a career, but he hasn't built on what he was promising when he was a youngster. For me, he's trouble everywhere he can. Well, and he's not the player he used to be.
Just before you, obviously you've seen stuff like that, but I've been on Twitter and I've seen a lot of Derby County supporters singing his praises, saying that he might have turned the corner regarding his attitude. And
well, he might have, but for me, it's too much of a risk.
Oh, definitely.
With the new way that Sunderland's going off last season with Alex Neal and Speakman and all that, the new way they're going, like the structure of the club, as Neal keeps on mentioning, he's even mentioned in his words about signing Dan Ballard, the way that they want to go is the young, up and coming, like committed players. I don't think Ravel Morrison is someone who we should be bringing in. He might go to someone else. But he's a winger, but.
Like players in the middle and all that, mate. We've got Pritchard and
you've got friggin'. We've got Roberts. We've got hopefully Stewart. And we're going to be bringing new players in. You've got to remember, I've been saying there's been quite a few people on our channel who've been putting in the comments now that there's someone who I've had a bit ding dongs with, where he's gone on about something I've said in the past where KLT was going to have. He said we'd have 60 million. He did say that if we got promoted last summer. We've got promoted this summer. I've heard now it's only going to be 40. But people are banging on saying we haven't signed this, we haven't signed that, we haven't signed anyone. All the time that you're whinging about us not signing anyone, everyone was off on holiday. They were on holiday, you know what I mean?
I agree with you, mate, because you know what, I've had a bit backwards and forwards with someone on Twitter and I was saying the same thing. Listen, we've just more or less started, the window's just opened. Yeah. It's only been 2 weeks in, they've been out and all that. Stuart's only just come back yesterday.
I know.
Fucking hell, how's your horses, man, you know what I mean?
And the key thing you've got to remember is, before you sign any new players for the start of a season, you need to tie down your own players' contracts. It's like if we didn't tie down Gooch, Robertson, Wright, then that could be positions we need. You tie down who you've got first, and then you say, right, well, we've got them, right. And now there'll be him and Speakman and Neal and that, and the rest of the stuff. They'll be there, saying, right, where do we want to build? Where do we want to strengthen? And that's where they go. They'll already have players lined up, like Dan Ballard. You know what I mean? As soon as we got right over the line, that's it. Right, we'll concentrate on getting signatures in.
I do think that the players that we want in, I would love it. In an ideal world, to have them in before pre-season starts. That's just.
Well, you're never ever going to get them in before pre-season.
100%, but it's nice.
The earlier you get them in pre-season, the better. I mean, obviously, Jack Clark. I mean, what I told you, my source said, 3 out of the 4 of them's come right. Oh, sorry, 2 out of the 3 of them because Gooch had already signed. 2 out of the 3. Roberts and Bailey Wright. I told you that was going to happen, and it has. Now, I did say I've been told Jack Clark permanent deal $5 million. However, yesterday or the day before, I did say that Everton apparently sniffing around Jack Clark, and I do believe if he's got the chance to go to a Premier League club and get games, then because Everton's just lost with Charleston today, I think he might choose to stay in the Premier League. But we've got to wait and see.
I kind of see Everton keeping him when they have just spent 60 million on Charleston. Tottenham, sorry. I
think Tottenham are going to let him go.
I think they will.
Everton are sniffing around him now apparently as well.
What? Jack Clark?
Yes.
Huh?
Everton sniffing around him.
But he only had 2 good games for us, like where he was outstanding.
Well, like I say, we don't know what's going to happen. We've got to wait and see. I was speaking to someone else who works on the actual television news the other day, and he'd heard the same as me about Jack Clark. But like I say, we've got to wait and see.
Happy days.
These are the players we've been linked to.
I do like Jack Clark, and I would like him to sign a contract at Sunderland. I think it's a different league. It's a more playing football league. It's a more moving the ball around on the pitch rather than just kicking shit out of each other. It's totally different. It's a level above, isn't it?
Oh, of course.
And I think this style of football will suit Sunderland, especially with the likes of Roberts and Clark.
Oh, 100%.
And if Broder comes in, even better. I think.
Even if it's not Broder, like say we've been linked with Cameron Archer and all that, another hell of a player. But like say, things will be coming out more and more. Nearly every day or every couple of days there'll be something new, or we'll be bringing people in. Because I know that them back there, they'll be in the offices or in the academy. They'll be trying to bring players in as early as they can to get more of a pre-season out of them. Because that's ideal. Because you don't want to bring in anyone in. I know it will happen. People come in on the transfer deadline day, so they've done a pre-season, but not with us. You know what I mean? And that'll happen. It always does. But the earlier you get them in, the better. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Get ready for this first game of the season.
Well, I'm going to have to get up to scratch on all things Sunderland, and not just that. We'll have to do a lot of research regarding the championship teams, clubs, who they've signed. Obviously, we'll be
over the next few weeks. There'll be plenty of videos coming of our predictions, which obviously will be wrong.
Ah, they always are.
Because they have predictions of who's going to finish where and
Top
this, that, and the
six,
other.
the relegation.
I don't know if we'll do a full top 24 positions, like, but you know, we'll assess it.
We'll do the top 6 and the relegation.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all we'll do. I'm that far from saying I want things trying to get relegated, but I'm not.
No, we'll keep that for a different time. And obviously, you will have seen, although it hasn't been unveiled yet, the new sponsor's been released, which is SpreadX UK, is it?
The new kit, aye.
SpreadX something, I can't remember what it's called. SpreadX something.
SpreadX.
And basically, there was pictures got put out yesterday of like the strip folded up. We don't know if that is, but chances are it will be, because if it's an actual strip on a bench, chances are it will be. But he already automatically hates it. For me, I need to wait until I've seen it in full. I need to see it in full, and then I make my mind up on it.
The only reason I didn't like it really was
because it's got a black, because it's got black trim and it's got a black line going down there.
And it's not just black. Where that black strip comes down, there's a white one there and a white one there. And I didn't like black and white on a Sunderland shirt.
It's hardly black and white shirt. It's one black stripe.
It's
trim.
just a
Well, like I say, we'll have to see it in full, and then we'll.
And it's the sponsor and all.
SpreadX, it's just another gambling one. I'm not too keen of that because
the kids
don't get it on.
It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. I hate them. But listen, we've had plenty now, so it's no surprise that we've went and got another gambling site on our fucking shirts. You know what I mean? It doesn't really bother
where money is.
Do you know what? This shirt, it looks similar to the 2011 one. Can you remember Session?
Yes.
That's what springs to mind.
Yeah.
Says that's the only reason I think.
But if you also look, it's also quite similar to the last championship one, where it looked like a frigging butcher's bag. It's got the black trim. It's got the black trim around there, the black trim around the sleeves, and it's got thin stripes. Not as thin as what these ones. This apparently new strip isn't as thin as what them ones were, but you know.
That's why I didn't know. And it's got the iron dome badge. But we've had that.
I didn't mind that badge last season because it was like a 3D one. I think it was like a high quality one.
I did like the last shirt. So
I haven't seen anyone say that their badges come off.
No. I tell you what, I'll give it on and then I'll see how I feel. Because once I put it on, look in the mirror. If I feel all right in it, then.
Well, if you just love looking in the mirror
if it's skin tight, and then I like it. No, but
he's not joking either.
I'm not.
He's not joking either. I need baggy for obvious reasons, and he needs skin tight for obvious reasons. You know what I mean?
Right. We're going to end here. We've got plenty of content coming.
Yeah.
Everything's back to normal now. So that's about it from now. So hit the thumbs up on this video.
Subscribe if you're new.
And we'll see you in the next video.
See you later.